lead, but Hamilton had momentum. The pair collided again. Nearly more contact as Hamilton rejoined, but Rosberg had fumbled his defence.
Hold me close till I get up.
Time is barely saw Mercedes teammates Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg collide as they battled for victory. But how did it come about? Or an aggressive defence of the corner that led to the collision?
It was a bit of both. I mean, for one, I was struggling to. It's my position, and I have the corner, and I have the right to dictate the way.
But the stewards disagreed, taking a dim view of Rosberg's racing line.
Been another aggressive run from Perez, but brake failure left him helpless at 190 miles an hour. Thankfully, the gravel slowed the car before. Into qualifying, and the drama continued. The Jochen Rindt curve requires total commitment. Kvyat pushed to the limit and then some. Another failure sent his Toro Rosso into the wall, eliminating him from the first part of qualifying. This on Friday, but on Saturday he was pitched into the barriers at speed without warning. The damage was sizable enough at the rear. High motion footage revealed details of the failure that caused the spin. The rear left wishbone gave way, complicating the Germans' weekend.
And that is a big concern. Suddenly, the concern of tyre graining and blistering is
Six laps on the Supersofts. Striking without warning, the tyre failure dramatically retired him from the race.
Boom. It's a lot of debris, isn't it?
Just like at Spa, wasn't it?
Yeah. And other people went longer than us on the same tyre. There were no signs, so the lap times were stable.
An issue with brake bias sent Vettel spinning into the gravel at turn 2.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and
there's no bumps. No, I agree with him. There's something really about brakes are working well.
In first practice, Verstappen fell foul of the deterrent at turn 10, breaking his front suspension.
Baguettes. Let's have a look. Yeah, he has. He's gone right over him again.
Yeah, and there's the failure on the right front. So
on track, Hamilton had dominated all 3 practice sessions to be the red-hot favourite for pole. But a glance at the wall in qualifying would scupper his chances at turn 12. It was only minor contact.
There's some of the things we saw in Canada, just as you're on acceleration.
Is that worth a reprimand? I'm just asking this question.
Perez in the wall.
Dear, oh dear. Sergio Perez, what a way to end. Just getting a bit too confident, maybe?
It was as quick as Hamilton's first sector as well.
Yeah.
It was a mighty first sector, within 300s of the Mercedes.
The thing is, I mean, from a team perspective, you want to see your driver doing that. You want to. He got away with it earlier in the session. He got close. About 10 minutes ago, I think it was. But
was on a personal best for the first sector. Just went in there, just carried a little bit too much speed. Everything's together in the entry.
someone running their fingernails down a chalkboard.
Fair, didn't it?
He did. What would your first reaction be on?
They choose the inside or the outside. Verstappen's got to cover.
Well, Verstappen is pushing him round to the outside, and this time around under braking, Nico Rosberg makes a mistake. The championship leader makes a mistake. Can he?
Next up was Verstappen, with laps rapidly running out to make the move. Rosberg spun. He was lucky to avoid the barrier in a race to forget for one silver arrow.
Very quickly, and I was surprised he was going to go for that. I thought he would have been going for the move into turn one, but you can just see all of a sudden lost. He's really lucky he was able to keep going, and as he crosses the line.
Verstappen comes home to finish in fourth. Rosberg will have to settle for fifth because of this mistake, Paul, into the final chicane.
Yeah, it just looked like he locked the rears. He was really challenging. He had to get by the red.
Who failed to leave enough room and suffered the consequences.
Loose tyres around.
Turn four, bang. I don't know about catch it, Paul. He was drifting towards that wall quite alarmingly, and he's done well to avoid. While he goes around the track, his teammate Pascal Wehrlein won't thank him for that, because Wehrlein had to pass him on the track and would have slowed him down.
Yeah, we've still got 1 minute in the session to go, so guys crossing the line.
We can have a little look at what happened. And
He wasn't even on the pushing lap.
no, it wasn't. That's very strange. That's coming out of turn 7. Second gear. And just the minute he got the power down, went up to third gear.
Really small snap on the rear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like
Which means the tyres are, going to be cold, but that Paul seems to me to be bizarre.
could be a case of.
Things would go from bad to worse for the Austrian team at Massenet. Another accident for Verstappen, and his race was over on lap 35.
In the car, nasty bang, quite a horrible angle into the barriers there. Away home, and this is what happened. Down the hill, under braking, flat spot of the tyre, locked up, and nowhere to go.
At that point, yeah, it's very disappointing, but just putting the power down and rear tyres hit the zebra crossing, fifth gear, double wheel spin, and there's nothing you can do.
Jolyon Palmer really struggled to get the power down. A brush with a white line meant heavy contact with the wall as he was rendered a passenger. He was eliminated immediately, adding more pressure to an already difficult first campaign. The challenge of Monaco is never more acute than in qualifying. Max Verstappen found out the hard way during Q1. The Dutchman brushed the inside barrier. The corner had been modified for 2016 to allow the drivers to attack. It brought the youngster down to earth with a bang.